In 1971, Colonel Raskova reports to the head of the KGB's Second Chief Directorate that crewed space travel has been limited to Earth orbit since the deaths of 3 cosmonauts on a training mission. Radimir Petrovsky has become the new chief designer. He now oversees the Salyut 1 project, which, under the cover of scientific research, has provided valuable military intelligence. At Star City, Sergei Nikolov still works for the space program, but from a small cubicle, doing menial work. Irina Morozova returns to KGB eavesdropping, listening to dull conversations about dinner and window drafts. Meanwhile, Anastasia Belikova lives in the countryside, doing farm work and caring for her bedridden father. Radimir questions Raskova about a Salyut film canister recovered by the Americans. Raskova reminds him that she opposed dropping canisters from orbit and already took care of Venera, 7 and Valya. Radimir says she now needs to take care of Lev Burkov, who is loyal to the previous chief designer. He also asks about Irina, noting that she discovered Valya, but Raskova dismisses her as having the wrong temperament. Anastasia introduces a propaganda film about her life to a crowd in her home oblast. Maxim Tarasov attends and says the film will tour the Soviet Union and the West to show the truth about her. During a scene with Sasha, Anastasia becomes emotional and breaks down outside. Raskova interrogates Lev about the lost canister. Lev says they once reached the moon and put men into orbit, but now they are reduced to film canisters. He declares his loyalty to the previous chief designer and insults Radimir, saying he can barely tell the difference between liquid oxygen and vodka. Raskova asks him to sign a confession for sabotaging Salyut 1, but Lev refuses, saying the engineer's problems come from a lack of inspiration, not insubordination. He is led away, and Andrei Stepanov replaces him as lead engineer. In the countryside, Raskova visits the chief designer, who is under house arrest, with his wife, Galina. She asks him for a safer way to transmit Salyut's photos, but he refuses to help after what she did to Venera 7. She warns that Radimir could destroy everything he built. He finally tells her Venera 7 had a program that could downgrade high-resolution images, and the program should still be on Salyut 1. At Anastasia's family home, Maxim arrives and offers her command of a mission to Salyut 1. She says she has not trained, but he reminds her that this did not stop her on Luna 16. Maxim admits the Americans are correct that Salyut is being used for military intelligence, but says they need Anastasia to prove its peaceful purpose. After thinking it over, she agrees. Radimir tells Irina that Raskova's handling of Venera 7 and Valya is reason enough to remove her from power. He wants Irina to hide a listening device in Raskova's home. At Baikonur, Anastasia prepares to launch with Anatoly Frolov and Valery Kamalov. She quickly realizes Anatoly is KGB and is there for the mission's real purpose. The launch succeeds, and Anastasia is thrilled to be back in space. As Anastasia prepares to dock with Salyut 1, Sergei works through calculations and realizes something is wrong. The docking succeeds, but his concern grows. Irina visits Raskova's apartment, claiming Radimir plans to send Salyut photos to the Central Committee without her approval. While Raskova steps away, Irina prepares to plant the listening device, but stops when she sees a photo of Raskova and her infant son. Raskova says her son died during the war. Irina admits Radimir ordered her to plant the device, but she could not do it. Raskova tells her she must obey the order and report to both of them. Sergei is blocked from entering ground control, so he asks Andrei to help him contact Salyut 1. Sergei asks Anastasia to run a test on the security module without waking Anatoly. Anastasia recognizes Sergei's name, and he reminds her that it was his idea to pierce her suit on Luna 16, saving her life. He switches to a secure channel and asks her to check a strange signal. Anastasia finds it and relays the frequency. They realize the signal can only be coming from one place. Having apparently survived the module fire but with no way to contact ground control, Venera 7 returns to Earth.